Hey everybody, long time no see. It's KD. I'm back with another episode of Girl on Fire. And with me today, I have author Kay Acker with me. Say hi, Kay. We're going to
Hey,
talk
everybody.
about her book, her writing style. But first, we're going to do an extra special hot sauce. I don't even know if it will quantify as a hot sauce, really. Now, Kay is allergic to most peppers. So was it you who found this?
hmm
Okay.
no,
So,
I suggested wasabi, and you found this specific one.
okay, yeah. So I was kind of racking my brain trying to find out, something we could both find on Amazon that we can do in common that's not gonna put her in a world of hurt, so to speak. So she brought up wasabi, and so I was on a mission and I found this. It's called Wasabi O, the wasabi sauce. So this is either going to be really good or really bad. I am a fan of wasabi, as everybody knows who have had it. A little bit goes a very long way.
Yes.
So we'll see. We're going to try this, and today, everybody, I'm going to use a chip because it's wasabi, and there's no way I'm filling the spoon full with wasabi. I'm not trying to hurt myself here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a little dollop on a chip. What are you putting yours on, Kay?
So the first time that I ever had wasabi uh, was an accident.
Uh-huh.
I was the first time I had ever met the woman who became my stepmother,
Uh-huh.
and she was a kidder, and I had a
Oh,
stuffy nose at a restaurant where they were serving sushi, and she said, "Well, here, this will clean you out," and she gave me a saltine cracker with a dime-sized lump of wasabi and
oh
some
my
pickled
God.
ginger on it. Um, and I don't pick up on sarcasm very well, so I ate
Uh-huh.
it. And she was right. I did not have a stuffy nose after that. I went into the
No.
bathroom and blew my nose for about 10 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And when I came out, she was genuinely crying and explaining to my dad that she had killed me.
Oh my God. That's quite the beginning there. Okay, so all right, here we go. Oh,
Mm,
this is actually really good.
yeah,
It's
yeah, I
not
love that.
overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yeah,
is really good, guys. Oh
excellent.
yeah. I would definitely use this on sushi.
Yeah,
Definitely. It would be perfect on sushi.
yeah. I,
Oh
I,
God.
we had some ginger too, so I've got the wasabi and the ginger on the cracker. It's
Oh, see, perfect. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's really tasty.
mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay, so everybody, it's called Wasabi O, the wasabi sauce. I got it off of Amazon. So if you're into this type of thing, please try it. I'm telling you, it's really good. It's
Yeah.
not spicy, really. It's
No,
got
it's
a tangy, it's got a little bit of a kick, but the
yeah.
flavor is like pow, it like bursts in your mouth. So
Mm,
I would give it like a 9 for flavor and even a 2 for heat level because it's just not really there. It just has a little kick. What do you think, Kay?
Um, it's definitely tingling a bit in
Mm-hmm.
my mouth, but because I can't eat other spicy food, I'm not used to it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the flavor is fantastic,
It
and
is.
there was a woman I talked to once about how much I like wasabi, and she said that she likes it because it's like fireworks in her nose. I'm like, yeah, that's
Pretty much how to describe it. Yeah. That's pretty much how you describe it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
can tell that
definitely.
this is genuine. It's not horseradish dyed green. It's the
Yeah.
real thing.
Yeah, it's wow. This
Mm.
is yeah, this is really good. Let me say that again. So it's like, and I've had some pretty good sauces, and I've had some stinkers where it was just like, whoa, what the hell is this? This is very, very tasty. I want to say this is one of the best sauces I've tasted. Just, and I just mean by taste, period. That you could probably use this on a lot of things too, just to give it brighten up that flavor. I'm gonna have some salmon for dinner.
Ooh.
So, and I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna make it. So maybe I'll incorporate this somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh.
you also sent me a sauce off my list,
Mhm.
right? So I
Yeah.
haven't opened this yet, just to show you, I haven't opened it. It's a red habanero. It's a heartbeat hot sauce, and I got it because it's a hab sauce. And sometimes they're really hot, and sometimes they're really good. So I'm gonna try this as well, since and I meant to open it earlier, but I kind of forgot. So I want to make sure. So I don't want to embarrass myself. All the top off and everything. I'm excited about this one too. But like I said, I've ordered some very nasty sauces off of Amazon, and and I'm sure people who have seen all of my episodes can attest to some people having to deal with having that taste in their mouth. So I put a little dollop on a chip. Again, I don't have a spoon or anything, and so I'm going to do it that way. Hmm. It's okay. It's not great. I like the wasabi better,
Yeah.
actually. There's
Okay.
nothing different about this sauce from any other hab sauce that I've had. It doesn't, it's got lime, garlic, and salt. I mean, and vinegar. So
Okay.
there's nothing really different about it. So
Well,
it's okay. It's just okay. So
got one thing that's good.
yeah. Now, I mean, it'll probably be good on some eggs or something like that. Maybe, if you like, or omelet, if you like that kind of thing. Fried chicken. But I mean, because it's got the fried chicken or any kind of Mexican food, because it has that lime flavor in it. But okay, so you've written a book. What number book is this?
Oh, this is my first one.
It is?
Uh-huh.
You don't write like because everybody, let me preface this. I read a little bit, a couple of sections of her novel, just for sensitivity purposes. And her dialogue was like really good. And so I just assumed that, you were somebody who had been in the game for, a while and everything. So I had no idea it was your first book.
Wow, thank you.
Wow. Well, congratulations on it. What publisher are you with? Or are you
I'm
self-publishing? Oh, okay. Okay, right. Oh, great. Okay, so tell us about the book.
So I got my author copy so I can show it. It's called Leaving's Not the Only Way to Go.
Mm-hmm.
It's a contemporary romance about two women who are dealing with grief and
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out what they want now. Because Lauren is a computer programmer who has lost her father and had a very good idea of what he wanted from her.
Mm-hmm.
But now that he's gone, she's realizing that she doesn't actually know what she wants.
Oh, okay.
And Georgia is an architect who was raising a child with her best friend. And when he dies, she sort of, she had everything she wanted, and now she's lost it. And so trying to figure out, what now? How do I find happiness twice? And they meet and sort of rub each other the wrong way at first.
Ooh, okay. So it's kind of enemies to lovers type thing, a little bit.
And to be fair, Lauren rubs most people the wrong way.
Okay.
So, and Georgia has much stronger social skills because she's autistic, so she has to really drill
Wait a
down
minute,
and get
what?
good at
Seriously?
that in order to get away with it. Yeah.
Oh, you don't, did you tell me that before? Did I know that? I don't
I
think you
don't
told
know.
me that.
Oh, yeah. So Georgia and her daughter are both autistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. See, I'm all about diversity in
Mhm.
all things, not just with race or whatever. Um, I like things that are different and go against the mold, so to speak. And I do think we need to have more, of people dealing with developmental disabilities or, mental health or anything of that nature, something that's real, and not just the surface stuff, that we always get. Well, as you, I'm more of a, when I do my own writing, I write from a more realistic standpoint than I do a warm, fuzzy, standpoint. So I like it when people try to incorporate more realism, in whatever way. So kudos to you for trying to do that.
Thank you. And
Okay.
yeah, I definitely agree that there needs to be more out there.
Mm-hmm.
Part of why I chose to write this book was that I happened to pick up two books in a row where there was an autistic character who fit a very specific, very inaccurate mold.
Really?
Uh, and I was disappointed. And at the same time, I was talking with a friend of mine who said that she wished so much that there were more books out there with characters like her. And
Mm-hmm.
so we talked about it, and I said, if I were going to do that,
Mm-hmm.
like, do you think that would be a good idea? And she said that would be awesome. And so I I think I ended up with three or four uh, sensitivity readers
Mm-hmm.
who are autistic, and were
Mm-hmm.
able to really dig down into that. And I did a ton of research, and
Good. Yeah.
I am really happy that my friend, when she read the final version, said, yes, this is exactly what I was hoping for.
That must have felt good.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah. And I like going back to the sensitivity reader thing.
Mhm.
That is, to me, well, in my opinion, that is of utmost importance. If you're writing, I don't want to say outside of your lane, but outside of your purview, outside of the stuff that is known to you. If it's something you only have read about or seen on TV, you have to go
Yeah.
past that. You have to go past that because a lot of time of what we just read about or what we just see on TV is stereotype.
Yes.
Yeah, so when you have that stereotype of or high functioning autistic individual who, they're ultra intelligent and just don't know how to talk to people,
The
or
Spock.
yes, I mean, you got to go past it. Yes, does that happen? I mean, I've worked with autistic kids before, teenagers, young kids, and all that stuff. They're very much individual, just like everybody else,
Yeah.
just like everybody else. And so, as a writer, when you're dealing with any, culture or whatever, individualizing them is always the way to go rather than pulling from those same old stereotypes. So good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. Now, being a first time writer, like, how did you pitch the book to Bella first, or did you send them the rough draft or the draft? How did that work for you?
Well, I was planning to just submit, but I went to the GCLS conference in
Mm-hmm.
2019 and happened to meet Paul Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to her about what I was working on, and she said, Linda Hill is nearby somewhere, and she's the senior editor at Bella.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I bet she'd love to hear your pitch. And thankfully, I have some auditory processing problems, and I didn't realize until after I had pitched my book to Linda that I had misheard Paul. Linda Hill is the CEO of Bella.
I was about to say, I was like, what? I was like, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But and I got this really random but special opportunity to talk to Linda in person, and she said, yeah, definitely, when you're done with that, submit it to Bella. We would like to.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a nice look, a nice story of beginnings, as as they say. Very good, excellent. Okay, so knowing that I've read a little bit of your work, how would you describe your writing style?
I think my writing style is fairly straightforward, and there's some sort of wry humor. But it's not a rom-com exactly, and there aren't any long flowing descriptive passages. It's not utilitarian, but it's not flowery.
Thank you. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a place for that,
Absolutely.
and sometimes you just may want to read it, but I do appreciate, just calling a spade instead of this four corners of these three. You know what I mean? Just, my God, just say she was smelling the flowers for fuck's sake. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that, really. I really do. So, okay. So tell me, when is the book out right now?
It is coming out on the 18th. There are pre-orders available on the Bella site. It's actually on sale right now. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll be sure to plug that at the end of this, on a graphic at the end there. Okay. So have you started getting like reviews from ARCs or anything yet?
Not yet. I am waiting very
chomping at the bit. Yeah. It's like once you get those first couple of reviews, I mean, you're kind of like, then you get those first couple of reviews, good or bad, and then you can just, okay, all right, you can breathe a little better again, because it's just like even at this point, working on my 7th novel or whatever. Whenever I get done with that, and it gets published or whatnot, I'm still gonna be, I don't care whether it's good or bad. I just want to see something, just something to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know it can just be, so yeah, I can appreciate that definitely. And it's not something you ever get over. I'm just letting you know now. You're always, if you're like anxious and want to know now, you're always going to be that way.
That is good to know. I honestly, I keep forgetting. And I'll go, why am I, why do I keep having twitches and all those stress reactions that I have? What am I stressed about? Things are fine. And then it's like, oh, right, I'm waiting to hear what people think of this thing that I spent like 2.5 years on.
Yes. Say hi to Kay, Finn.
Hello.
You can see his tail swishing.
Finn. Yeah.
You're not gonna put your face up?
Oh, I saw the nose.
Just a little bit. I guess. No, you're gonna be shy.
That's all right.
Okay. So,
I don't know where the worm is, but she might make an appearance.
Well, he can't stand for me to be doing something without him, so he has to make an appearance. So I think he's been in just about every video I've recorded in some form or fashion, whether he's walking across my office or jumping up on a desk or, yeah, I'm busy right now. Okay. Anyway, okay, so excellent. So why should people read this book?
Um, well, because it's a bit odd, and it's about people who are looking at a future that they don't understand, that they aren't prepared for. And I think that's a situation that is kind of familiar for folks right now. In theory, this time that we've been having is gonna wrap up soon, and it's been going on for so long that it's hard to imagine it not continuing, and
I
things
know,
are going to
right?
be different. And
Yeah.
it's that combination of grief and possibility, and I think fiction is a wonderful way to deal with that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like you can be overwhelmed by those feelings of grief, but eventually it does let up, and you can open yourself to the possibilities of what's out there, and what out there could be better that could lift you up somehow. So yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Okay, excellent, excellent. Okay, so now here comes the more interest. Well, I wouldn't say more interesting. Here comes the special part of the show. Now, I usually ask all the authors to come, be prepared at the beginning to tell us an interesting story, a funny story, a crazy story, whatever. So anything that's happened to them that just kind of sticks out, in their lives or in their head. What do you have for us?
Um, well, I just happened to be thinking of this story this morning because I was wearing a T-shirt that was relevant. When I was in 10th grade, I went to an art magnet school in
Uh-huh.
Alabama, and I was a recovering evangelical. And
Recovering.
if people have seen Parks and Rec and
Uh-huh.
that clip where the guy is trying to list his most positive features, he says,
Uh-huh.
"I'm nice, and I'm in a band." In 10th grade, I had one of those things going for me. Um,
Oh,
and I was learning a lot of new swear words very quickly.
I
And
bet. My God.
yeah, and this one guy was absolutely fascinated by the fact that I didn't know anything really about pop culture. And so he
Huh.
was quizzing me about a
Uh-huh.
bunch of different things that he felt were cultural touchstones. And I had to say, no, I don't know what that is. No, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
who that is. No, I haven't seen that movie. And finally he said, "Do you know who Cher is?" And I said, "Yeah, she was in an episode of Scooby-Doo." And he burst into tears.
God. Well, she was in the episode of Scooby-Doo. I remember that she was in more than one episode of Scooby-Doo, as a matter of
Ooh.
fact. I do believe. I do believe, yeah. I do believe they had where they met up again somehow. I could be wrong, but because that show had like the Harlem Globetrotters, more than once. So I think they were on there more than once. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. 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 To be honest, I didn't know who she was. How old was I until I got older and I saw her on Scooby Doo too.
That's
And then I
beautiful.
saw that movie Mask.
Ah,
So, but I'm with you on that. And then I kind of learned about her, as time went on. But I
yeah.
had no idea she was and that's how I learned about the, I got you, babe, and all that stuff. I didn't know any of that. So it's just like I learned everything about her retroactively. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah. Hmm. But again, it may have been a cultural thing for me too, as well, though.
Yeah.
So okay. Well, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. I'm sorry Worm hasn't made an appearance.
uh,
Finn is
yeah.
sitting right here beside me. I'm
Oh,
surprised
good.
he's not trying to be all up in. He was trying to throw my phone on the ground there,
Oh,
which is one of
good.
his favorite pastimes, throwing stuff on the floor.
Yeah.
So,
Our kitten, the worm, she hasn't broken any plates lately, but she managed to knock over an entire gallon of water off the counter in the middle of the night. And that
oh my
was
God,
an impressive sound.
I bet it was. My God. Yes, we have all kinds of, he gets angry. He's really into these treats right now. And so I call it snack time. So I give him and Finn a couple, of them before I go to bed. So, but he knows where they are. They're in a bin, where we have a bin for the dog food, for the dry dog food, for the dehydrated dog food, and one for the treats, right? So he knows where the treats are. He he has successfully unscrewed the top
God.
by rubbing his face against it until it opens, and he sticks his head in there
Oh,
and eats out of the treats.
wow.
Yep, that's what he
That's
does.
impressive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
We've had
does
to
that.
put baby locks on a few things. I have my pill case is childproof because she
Mm-hmm.
managed to steal that once, and God.
Cats.
Yep.
Cats. What can you say? What can you say? But okay, like I said, thanks for joining us. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was great.
Good luck on your debut novel.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Do you have plans? Do you have another book in the works right now?
Yes, it's in the early stages, but I'm
Okay.
working on a paranormal romance. So
Whoa, look at you jumping genres. Okay, I'm scared of you. Okay, look at you. I would love to be able to write one of those. I don't think I could pull it off though. Yeah.
uh,
But anyway, good luck with everything. And
thank
you'll
you.
have to let me know on Twitter how your booking stuff is doing. Like, or I'll see it anyway. And I'll be more than happy to spread the word and stuff about it.
Thank you.
So no
Yeah, we'll
problem.
definitely keep in touch.
Okay, definitely. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining me for this episode of Girl on Fire. I have a couple of more guests coming up in the next little while. And I'm actually going to be next week, I'm actually going to be recording for Andy and Lise McTeague's podcast. So I'm excited about that. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know when they're going to release it, but I'm actually going to be recording with them next weekend. So, but everybody stay safe. Keep reading, keep writing, whatever, keep gaming, whatever you're into. All right, signing off. Hold on.